Good morning, everybody. This is Harold with another sports video here, and today we're going to talk about the quarterback battle in the AFC South, which I find very, very intriguing. Not in that way, but it's good to see. The Colts have Phillip Rivers, Gordon Minshew of Jacksonville, Deshaun Watson of the Texans, and Ryan Tannehill of the Tennessee Titans. Who I really want to start off with is Ryan Tannehill. Used to play wide receiver at Texas A&M, then moved to quarterback later in his career. Got drafted by the Dolphins, which he did pretty well for the Dolphins for a few good years. Had that couple of shoulder injuries he had that really lost his starting job at Miami, which led to Matt Moore playing. So the trade for Fitzpatrick led to Ryan Tannehill not signing with Miami. Gets picked up by Tennessee. Marcus Mariota, the starter. He's starting for a pretty long time from Oregon. Came from Oregon. And Ryan Tannehill showed us last year that he's underrated. I wouldn't really say underrated, but he can play. If you give him weapons, he can really play. And I feel like he showed us, like I said, he showed us how he can play well now. But the issue with Ryan Tannehill is when he gets under pressure, he doesn't really necessarily smart with the ball. You can see he has a lot of interceptions in his career. My prediction for him is I think he would throw for 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's what I think. Do I believe Tennessee Titans can win that division? Why not? I mean, they're young. Not really necessarily young, but they have a depth that they can show people that they can ball. My prediction for them is I can see Tennessee going 10-6, 9-7 at best. They got a tough schedule. They got to play the NFC North, which is Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, Chicago. Plus their division twice, which is, a division that's up for grabs without D-Hop being in that division anymore. Next, we're going to go talk about Minshew. Played for Washington State Cougars, which he led them to a upset victory against a Pac-12 rival. Don't really see too much from him, except that one Thursday night game against Tennessee, but they already getting blown out. What I see from Minshew is he has a strong arm. Guy looks like he's like 35 years old, looking like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. No, but I see he has a strong arm. And Jacksonville has a good receiving core, but they need that offensive line if they want to protect Minshew. Not a very fast runner, but he's a pretty hefty dude. His stats last year, I believe, were not that great, but he wasn't that bad at all. But Jacksonville, I see Jacksonville going. Realistically, I say 6-10, 5-11. I believe they will go, and that will be the fourth in the division, fourth in the AFC South. Next, we're going to talk about Deshaun Watson, quarterback from Clemson. Now, we all knew right off the gate Deshaun Watson was going to be a baller. Kid can run, kid can throw. Very versatile. respected by his teammates. Just overall, a great player. And losing D Hop for him was a big loss. Well, they still have Will Fuller. I don't know if they still do. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Deshaun, his rookie year, he came out pretty well. Went to the playoffs, lost. But the thing is about Deshaun Watson is he can read the blitz, but he can also read zone. Because we all know he can run. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there who can run the ball. But when it comes to reading defense, they really can't. Once you play that zone against a running quarterback and they don't know how to read zone, you can control the game. But in this case, Deshaun knows how to read zones, blitzes. He knows how to read switches. You're only gonna get better and better by practicing more about reading and stuff like that. But Deshaun, the only thing about the Texans is, are they gonna stay healthy? Is J.J. Watt gonna stay healthy? Excuse me. And Deshaun's last year completed ratage, he did okay. He did fairly good. Touchdowns was alright. Interceptions can work on a little bit there. I see Houston at least (9 and 7, 8 and 8 at best. I mean, I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, you freaking crazy for saying that," but I see how I call it. I read stats, I read the rosters, and I feel like they will be second place in the AFC South. Now we're gonna go to that boy Phillip Rivers. Played for North Carolina State University, which is the Wolfpack. Got drafted by the New York Giants in 2004, round 1, pick number 4. Then got traded to the Chargers, which he spent most of his career. Comeback Player of the Year in 2013. Great guy, but guy can never get a break. Hasn't been in the playoffs since 2009, 2010, I believe, one of those years, which was against the Jets. Phillip Rivers is hit and miss for me, man. Hit and miss. He will have some good games, some bad games. But, we all know how Andrew Luck retired from the league, which is very surprising, of last year, 2019. Jacoby Brissett then took over. Colts didn't do a really good job last year. But what I feel like Phillip Rivers can bring to this Colts offense with T.Y. Hilton and all them guys, I feel like he's a veteran. So his leadership and being in the league for so many years, I think, he can get respected. But that's going to be a fun division to watch, like I said earlier in the video. Because it's up for grabs, and but Phillip Rivers, if he can get protection and he gets on and he can hit, but sometimes he's hit and miss with his passes as well. But for that, I see the Colts going at max. That's tough. I see Colts going 7 and 9, or 8 and 8. And it depends if they can get that second spot against the Texans, which I don't think they would. But that concludes my video for today, and thank you for watching, and stay safe.